Welcome to This is Piqua. I am Andrew Weaver here with Mercantile, a local antique store here in downtown Piqua. Now, as I stated before we started doing this, what is Mercantile? Like, where did you guys come up with the name?
It was just a good old time name for like a dry goods store or a general purpose kind of store. So we figured, well, it's antiques. We'll just call it the Mercantile. So,
thank Brian Quinter
yes,
of Quint Custom Signs, because he did it.
We told him this is what we want, and he said, I'll come up with something that'll grab people's attention. So he did, and we've been very pleased.
Well, it really does, especially the decorations you guys have in the front window. That also kind of draws my eye when I'm walking downtown.
That's all Mindy's doing. I just hand things to her and she makes it look great.
Tell us a little bit about the history with you in downtown Piqua. Like what you were doing before collecting and owning your store.
We had a booth at the one of the other antique stores in town and kind of had more stuff than what we knew what to do with and didn't really have space enough to operate. So we thought, they're working hard in Piqua to bring downtown back to life, and you can stand and throw rocks at it and say it's never going to work, or you can jump in there and give it a shot and see what happens. And that's what we've done is jumped in there to kind of see if we can't be a part of it and be part of the change instead of just grumbling and saying, oh, well, why isn't there anything downtown? So that's why we did it. So,
as we can see in the last year, downtown has got some new businesses and such, as the candy store, like right over there. It's like, has that, guys, helped your antique business here with the growth of downtown or the regrowth?
Yeah, I think so. I think that that brings people downtown, and of course we always ask the owners of the store over there, friends of ours. Say, oh, have you been to the new candy store in town? To kind of shuffle people over, and yeah, I think the newer stores coming downtown, they're bringing people downtown to look. And I know the last two people in here today that were both people from out of town, but they just kind of said, wow, this is neat, and going through and stop and check things out. So
yeah, it is a neat place. Everything's like perfectly placed around. It reminds me of it reminds me of my grandma's home.
Okay.
Like it gives you that cozy feeling, and there's kind of like little knickknacks everywhere. It's nice to see.
Well, thank you. We try. That's all I can say. We try.
And the addition to the cat makes it even more cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miss Allie is kind of the store mascot. She joined us in April. Somebody dumped her out back, so we took her in, and now she just greets everybody that comes in and runs around the store crazily at times. And
yeah, she crawled in our tripod bag when we were putting the camera and stuff up. She crawled in there.
Yeah,
Typical cat.
anything new has to be investigated, and if it's something she can get into, she does that too. So.
What's your reasoning behind wanting to collect antiques, wanting to sell them?
And I guess I grew up with a lot of these things. Went to auction sales. My dad enjoyed them, and Mindy and I like to go to the auction sales. And it's just, it's stuff generally that's well put together, well designed, and things like that. It's not the pressed wood. It's real wood. It's got real craftsmanship to it, and that's what catches my eye is what people have done over the years and how they did things back then. And it's just better, I guess, than what sometimes you can buy new today. So
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it got a more authentic vibe than some of the newer stuff that comes out today.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Craftsmanship.
So, as you guys have been collecting for some years now, I'm assuming for a long time.
Yes.
It was that it was pointed at you.
Oh, I can't imagine why. Whoops. As I break But yeah, we collect Piqua stuff. It's primarily our personal stuff we collect, and we've got a lot of memorabilia and pieces and parts. We've got an old Favorite stove over here that was made in Piqua, and the Ron Kill's stuff we have at home is furniture that was made here in Piqua, and Miller Meteor, and just all kind of things. So it's kind of nice to feel it being a part of Piqua in that respect too, and that's kind of what got us into the other antiques.
So over the years collecting, what is the greatest that you passed up on?
We went to an auction, and this wasn't to resell. They were selling a lot of the Coke memorabilia from when we used to have a Coke plant, or Coke bottling works. And there was a plaque that we really wanted. And I said, oh, I wouldn't go over, this amount. Well, it went like for twice as much as what I said.
Oof.
Probably should have gone for it, but, we didn't.
We didn't. I guess on a personal level, I've got a cradle at home that my son was the 5th generation to rock in it. So that's something that's been in my family for a long, long time, and continues to be a part of the family, so to speak. So that's probably one of the neatest antiques I think of is that particular piece. It was all handmade, and it's still around. So
yeah. So when you guys were choosing locations to put your antique store, why'd you guys choose downtown?
They're doing things, and we're making it more vibrant, and we get a lot of traffic through here, which it's good, and it's a nice feel to be a part of a community and feel like you're adding something to it.
What has been the most memorable thing that you've done in Piqua?
My goodness. Oh my goodness.
Working with the Heritage Festival.
Yeah, that was probably the highlight of things that we've done is being out there at the Heritage Festival at the Johnson Farm. But of course it's no longer, but it was a great run. We had a good time with it.
When did you start collecting?
Oh my goodness. I suppose I was probably a teenager, I guess, when I started kind of picking up this and that kind of pieces. And I don't know about men.
My grandpa used to go to auctions. He kind of got me into buttons. He'd buy buttons and, bring them home and give me a big jar of them. So, I was probably 10 years old or so.
What's the age range of your customers, you would say?
I would say there's really a wide range because of the things we have. Some kids are interested in some of the primitive stuff. That's kind of a real big style right now.
I'd say most of our folks that come in are probably 40 plus.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of younger people that come in that, like Steve said, that like the primitive, the older look stuff. Some even come in looking for pieces to use in craft projects. So,
as we are ending our segment for This is Piqua, is there anything you guys would like to touch upon to tell the community?
I've lived here all my life. My mom grew up here. My aunts and uncles grew up here. Sometimes we just don't give Piqua enough credit, and I think people and leaders in the town are trying to make changes to make us a better place. So if people could just kind of hold back and not be so negative about change, because change is good, and Piqua hasn't changed a tremendous amount, but we are changing.
Yeah, like you said, change is good, and it helps the community come together more as one. I'd like to thank you guys for having us come down and interview you. I know I kind of ramble on a little bit, but really thank you guys. It's nice to come in here and look at some of the stuff you guys have, and I hope you guys have a next good year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As this has been, this is Piqua. We're here with the Mercantile antique store. So please tune in next time and check them out if you can. No, it really is a nice, beautiful little store they have here.